When you are making your dinosaur, I would like for you to look over the files that are in our folder. Discovering Dinosaurs has some really great information. It lists examples of large and small dinosaurs. It talks about movement, how the dinosaurs would move around. Some were bipedal, which means that they walked on two legs, sort of like the T-Rex inspired dinosaur that I finished. Some were quadrupedal, meaning they walked on four legs. Dinosaurs ate different things. The Tyrannosaurus was carnivorous. It was a carnivore which ate meat. Herbivores ate plants like the Brachiosaurus. And omnivores ate both plants and meat, like the oviraptor. Some dinosaurs were armor-plated, some had horns, bumpy skin, or feathers. I like to imagine dinosaurs with scales, but I'm not sure that they actually had scales. When we think about the terrain, remember that dinosaurs lived in different places like swamps, forests, plains, deserts, and the water. When you're making your dinosaur, you might want to use these body templates. I traced these shapes onto cardboard and then cut them out. You can see that they're about like that. And these shapes are good because when we're using poster board, cardstock, or a tag board, it's not really thick like this cardboard, and if the legs are longer, the dinosaur might not stand up as well. You're also welcome to use any kind of cardboard materials that you have. I really encourage using recycled materials. So the first thing that I did when I made the dinosaur, for an example, was to trace out the shapes. So I have a piece of cardstock, and I trace around each shape. The cardboard template, or this shape that I cut out, is a little rough around the edges. I can fix that when I am cutting it out. I'm going to line up the feet with the bottom of the cardstock, so I won't have to cut that straight line. If you are creating a bipedal dinosaur with two legs, you will only need to trace one of these shapes. If you are making a quadrupedal or four-legged dinosaur, you'll need two. Also, think about the head and the tail. For the T-Rex inspired dinosaur, I'm going to make a nice large tail. For the head, I want to make sure that I'm making a big head. And I like to make teeth, because a carnivore would need teeth. And I remember that a T-Rex has small feet or legs, almost like arms, but they're much shorter than the larger back legs. And I'm going to give those arms claws as well. Now I'm going to cut these shapes out. When we're putting the shapes for our dinosaur together, we want to make small cuts. And these cuts are going to be about this long. So there'll be a cut here, and then for the body, I want to make another cut here. When we make these cuts, then we can fit the pieces together carefully, and our dinosaur should be a sculpture and stand on its own. So now the legs are attached to the body. I want the tail to be about here. So again, I'm going to make a cut here on the tail, and then I'm going to make a cut on the body shape as well, where the tail will fit onto the body. Now we're ready to add color to our work. If you would like to make a quadrupedal or four-legged dinosaur that also might be an herbivore, or remember a dinosaur that eats plants, then you might make these shapes. I'm going to take this one apart just to show what these shapes look like. The legs and the body shape are the same. Instead of the body being vertical, like with the Tyrannosaurus, I've made the body horizontal. The head is also smaller with a longer neck, and I think that this is based on a Brachiosaurus. And the tail is a little thinner and longer. I made the same cuts as I did with the other dinosaur to fit the pieces together. And now this dinosaur is also ready for color.